start things off and talk to you about our first bedding options, I'd like to welcome Milky Mitch McCormick to talk to us about Huber mattresses.
Right on. Thanks, Gray. Before I get into the talk on mats, I do want to point out today is April 22nd, which is Earth Day. I want to make a shout out to all our Canadian dairy farmers. Since 2011, Canadian dairy farmers have been a leader in sustainable dairy farming globally. They have cut their carbon footprint by 7%, lowered their land use by 11%, and reduced water consumption by 6%. So that's something to be really proud of. Huber mats, well, they know cows. The Huber name stands for nearly a 100-year tradition in which rubber processing has always been a central theme. Huber is very proud to say that to this day, all their products are German-made. Their family-owned enterprise, Huber Technik, produces exclusively in their factories in Erding, Germany. The product design is also carried out at the Upper Bavarian location in consultation and cooperation with their worldwide dealer network. They absolutely understand their manufacturing business and see themselves as craftspeople, which guarantees their customers a quick response to individual needs and wishes without losing sight of the long-term family tradition. Currently, the third and fourth generation of owners are responsible for managing Huber Technics today. The folks at Huber feel this connects them to the roots of the dairy industry, as they have known and have thrived in a family-owned and operated business for over 100 years. Cows are keen on Huber because Huber mats are made on more than 40 steam-heated hydraulic presses, and they are delivered in roll form. So West Coast Robotics can deliver this product in one piece up to a length of 100 meters. So for farmers, this means mats are very, very easy to install. Put down the roll it out, screw it tight. Huber Technik rubber mats have absolutely no seams, less wear and tear and soil on individual mats or interlocking mats. It's a great way to go. Huber mats are exclusively made of new unvulcanized tire compounds. They contain high quality raw material that provide, among other things, aging resistance and ozone protection. Huber mats are manufactured with proven Huber quality materials and not diluted. Low-priced natural rubber compounds do not contain these stabilizers. Exposed to light and air, they can therefore become brittle and break and crack. Stable mats made of natural rubber often contain chalk as a filler to reduce costs. Huber processes only 100% new rubber and does not use scrap granules. Vulcanized rubber, in contrast to commercially available plastics, cannot be remelted and repressed. It can only be mechanically chopped up with a high energy input. The granules then only have low cohesion, as Huber only processes high quality raw materials. Huber mats consist of composite foam sheets, either 30 or 40 millimeters thick, that are already wrapped in a plastic film by the producer. This creates perfect deflection for consistent heavy loads from a dairy cow, keeps the shape of the base for many years, and protects the foam mattress from moisture both before and after installation. Giving farmers peace of mind with their 10-year warranty on both the rubber top cover and the foam base. Huber mats offer a complete soft bedding solution without the reoccurring costs of sawdust and wood shavings. The return on investment is significant and quick, as mats drastically reduce the consumption of consumable bedding materials in comparison to deep-bedded stalls. Less sawdust to worry about means less time spent bedding and cleaning stalls. Less sawdust means more manure storage in your pit and less sawdust on your land. Mattresses also mean less standard maintenance costs on your new Lely A5 robot. In comparison to sand, there is approximately $500 per robot per year in maintenance savings. No sand or minimal sawdust means less wear and tear on all other farming equipment. Let's talk a little bit about the cows. So the joint health of your cow is of great concern to West Coast Robotics and to Huber. Extreme softness does not automatically provide for healthy joints. The Huber coverings have different levels of studs on the underside that have a dimpling or have a deadening roll or a pimpling effect. This means more comfort for the cow. Once again, giving farmers peace of mind that Huber recognizes the importance of cow health and putting milk in the tank. Huber's years of experience show that stall mats made from high-quality new rubber do not have to be very thick to offer elasticity, comfort, and resistance. Their fabric insert reinforces and stabilizes the coverings and reduces the elasticity of the rubber. External quality control and conformance tests are part of their development and production philosophy. That is why Huber stall mats provide great value to a dairy farm. They are built to last the test of time. And speaking of experience, I'm going to throw it over to Denis Langlois, our FMS specialist, to have a little bit of a discussion on Huber mats and cow comfort.
Thanks, Mitch. Great presentation regarding the what Huber mats are and can do. I will cover more of the cow side of bedding rather than the material side of it. Like I said, Mitch already did a great job at it. So one thing I would start with is I understand there's economics and practical side to the decision of which bedding we are going to choose, but let's remember also why we spend money and time on grooming and finding the perfect bedding. We certainly don't do it so our barn looks good. We don't do it to have a giant sleepover. So why do we spend that time and money? We do it so the cows can lay down. And if we are not achieving this singular goal, then most likely we either didn't choose the right one or we are not adapting our management and day-to-day practices to the bedding we chose. So I want to start here before I go more into the Huber mats here is time budget for a cow. And probably a lot of you have seen this before, if not all of you. But here's an example of what a cow will go through or what her time is going to look like throughout a day. We can expect about 1.5 hours of lockup, including milking. We can expect also 1.6 hours of standing, probably getting her hair done under a Luna brush to get her ready for a hot COVID Zoom date, or 0.4 hours also for drinking water. 3 hours out of the pen and 5.5 hours of eating time. The majority of our day, or for that matter, half of the day, at least half of the day is what we hope for, will be lying down in that stall. And also of which that 12 hours she'll spend about 9.6 hours, for rumination. So it's very critical that we get that cow to lay down and to lay down into something that's comfortable and is going to keep her healthy. So lame cows typically lie down for, I'm going to transition into this table here that you see, frequency of lying times for non-lame cows and lame cows. So lame cows typically lie down for longer bouts, and the pain associated with the process of rising leads to increased time spent standing in the stall between lying bouts. When we compare the behavior of lame cows to non-lame cows have higher frequency of very short lying times and very long lying times compared to non-lame cows. So I want to focus on the two ends of the table that you saw there. So it's very critical, again, to have good management practice in terms of hoof health, because that's going to impact how much she uses that bedding that we spent a lot of money on. In other terms, lame cows won't have regular lying bouts and very likely will stand for too long. So having, again, the right type of bedding is going to help reduce lameness, but I'd say it can also hide management gaps. So combining the right bedding type with the right hoof health management is going to be very important. I want to show here, take the time to show a blown out mattress. I'm sure a lot of you, again, have seen this either in farms you've visited or maybe even on your farm. This is a clean one, but I'm sure, again, you've seen some pretty similar things either on your barn or other barns. This typically doesn't happen within a day. it slowly drifts into this and then becomes something we walk by and forget the impact that it has on the cow's health and comfort. It becomes something, we're busy. We're so busy with our day-to-day activities that we walk by, we groom the stalls, but we forget to really think of what this big hole becomes a real nest for bacteria and propagation of mastitis or other pathogens. So I think Huber mats are really good at working with these kinds of problems, but because you can cut and like Mitch said, you can cut and replace any section of different brand or style of old mats that maybe you have in older section of your barn or your young stock barn that you might already have, and you can pretty easily cut it and replace it with a Huber mat in a good section with no seam in it, and make sure the cows lay down in a clean and comfortable environment.